Have you ever wanted to walk on water? In fact, is Jesus today still calling his disciples out of the boat and onto the water? Welcome to this weekend's Connections. I absolutely love the story of the night the disciples were out on the boat, out on the water, and Jesus had gone off somewhere to pray. And somewhere in the middle of the night, they see out on the water an image. And they're wondering, who is that? Some of them think it's a ghost, but it turns out it's Jesus walking on the water. And then Peter speaks up and says, Lord, if that's you, tell me so and I'll come out. And Jesus goes, yep, man, that's me. I'm out here on the water. Peter, come on. And Peter steps out on the boat and he walks on the water. Amazing story, of course, and we know that at some point Peter takes his eyes off Jesus. He looks down, the waves, the wind, and all that whole thing, and he starts to sink. Jesus' hand goes out. He pulls Peter back out, and he says these words, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Well, my question today is Jesus still calling us out of the boat to walk on water? I believe that he is. I believe that I've even experienced that in the past few days. Here's what's been happening. We've had numerous situations at our church that are just absolutely emotionally overwhelming. They just seem to one stack right on top of the other. Situations with people being diagnosed with incurable diseases, situations with people relapsing after periods of recovery, situations that just seem totally out of control. And for me as a pastor, I get to those times in my life and I think to myself, oh my gosh, am I doing anybody any good? Am I helping anyone? And my heart is to help and to see these situations resolved. And yet it doesn't seem like it happens on my time schedule and in my way. These things became so overwhelming to me just yesterday that I thought, man, it's like every door in front of me has been bolted, locked, nailed tight, and it's not going to open. And I had a situation specifically with a young man that I was trying to help that required me to work alongside the local city police department, the local hospital, the local psychiatric hospital, DCF, and other situations where there could be potentially so much red tape to get us to go through. And so out of desperation, I posted on Facebook, please pray for me for a meeting that I had, because I need favor. I need God's favor upon this meeting. And I watched God open doors I could have never opened. I watched organizations starting to work with me and work together to resolve this situation, and in an amazing way, and in a way that I only believe that God could possibly do. God is still granting favor, but he's calling us to get out of the boat. He's calling us to walk on water. And yes, chances are many of us, like me, like Peter, will start looking at the waves and feeling the wind against us and want to give up. But we walked on water. We stepped out of the boat. We moved forward, and God did it, not us. Peter walked on water not because he was such a great disciple. In fact, he would soon even deny Jesus. Peter walked on water because Jesus walked on water. Peter walked on water because Jesus said, come on and do it. And I believe God is still doing that today. What obstacle is in front of you? What situation is mounting up? Where is your heart breaking for others that you would love to be able to help, but you've just not seen a way? Where is God calling you to step out of the boat? I'm always reminded, yes, Jesus said, you of little faith, but isn't that a compliment? Is that really a negative towards Peter? Oh, you of little faith. If faith moves the mountain and causes it to jump into the sea, if it causes a tree to uproot itself, a little faith does a lot. The size of a mustard seed kind of faith. That's what Peter had to step out. And so my encouragement to you this weekend, as you consider the things that are in front of you, the doors that seem to be locked, the mountains that seem to be just unsurmountable to you, step out of the boat for Pete's sake. Trust Jesus, because through him you will walk on water. You will go places and do things that are otherwise impossible. Have faith, have trust in Him. God bless you. Have a great weekend.